It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never
but
wear
the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said that's the game plan. I have to trust that my teammate's going to be there. And I'm going to do it regardless if he misses his assignment 1 or 2 times. That's the trust you have to have.
Ernie, you know why I like drinking Shaq Fu Punch?
Why?
Because it's about finding the right mix. So in basketball terms, it's about coaches, star role players. Everything has to be working together. That's why these guys can be great.
I can't believe that you just promoted one of your products into discussion of what it takes to become a champion in the NBA.
I wasn't really promoting. I was just giving you a Shaq-nology.
That's his 12th promotion. I'm going to start promoting things.
I'm not promoting the Shaq-nologies. You know what? I won't say nothing else about myself or any product I'm endorsing. Man up, you two.
Here's Kevin Harlan. For the Bulls, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. Welcome to the NBA for this Friday afternoon broadcast. And in Chicago to start out, here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the center.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
Chicago with the ball, following the miss by Kobe Bryant, and finished off by Rose.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
He hits the second from the line.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Kicks to Clarkson. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Byron Scott. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, "You know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint." Makes sense, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Here is Russell after Pau Gasol's bucket. Back to Kobe. He dishes it to Hibbert. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Butler. Back to Rose. For 3. Rebounded by Clarkson. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. All going up court. It's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Clarkson kicks to Hibbert. Bryant gets a wide open look. Shot is no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. To the paint. Here's Rose. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Rose has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Hibbert against Noah. Hibbert gets the bucket. Hibbert's got his second basket of the night.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game, and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
He doesn't get the second one.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on. Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win. Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Hibbert, the pass to Kobe. He kicks it to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. And he lays it straight in.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Lou Williams won the 6th man award last year, Clark, in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
He really does. I mean, he looks like a guard because of his size, but he's truly an explosive scorer. And that's the strength of his game, and that's who he is and what he does.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
You know, and when you look at Lou Williams, he's always had a shooting guard skill set in kind of a point guard's body. Now, he's not just a long-range bomber. He will attack the basket and earn his share of trips to the foul line. And that's where he's really deadly. 86% from the stripe last season.
Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. The Lakers also making some changes. Sacre is checked in for Hibbert. And Nick Young is subbed in for Kobe.
And, you know, back to Williams, sometimes it's better to own one thing, be a master at that, and try to fit a round peg into a square hole. I mean, he's not a really good passer. Never has been. That's not who he is. But he can heat up quickly as a scorer. And that's the side where you put jelly and butter on his toast. With Joakim Noah, I mean, you know exactly what he's going to give you every season. Rebounding, block shots, steals a few points, relentless energy and enthusiasm, and even a few assists as well.
That's good from Joakim Noah. And Joakim Noah, he's all about doing whatever it takes to help his club succeed. Always has been. Greg, he did the dirty work when he played inside at Florida. When they won back-to-back championships, he's done it in each and every NBA season in Chicago.
And you just hit on it. I mean, he bites, he scratches, he claws his way into the upper echelon in terms of elite centers in our league. And in 2014 was named All-NBA first team as well as Defensive Player of the Year. Let's just hope he's healthy this season to get back to that level.
And that one's good. Brooks.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidating.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Young, here we go. And that one hits back iron. Bulls have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Here's Mirotic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Mirotic has got his first points in this one. Lakers trail by 3. Russell kicks to Young. Drops in the tray.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. And Young, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Young's got 5.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Lakers lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy.
We want to guard the paint, and some of that has to do with myself being able to patrol the paint as much as possible. We want long contested 2s. They guard the three-point line, bring them to me. I'll either hit them with a straight-up block the shot or alter the shot. So contested 2s are the worst shots in the NBA.
When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves. And they've had firepower and then some so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Lou Williams, and it's Hibbert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the first one drops. Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scorers of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
Both shots good from the stripe.